Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So welcome everyone. Good evening and a very warm welcome to the national webinar on a key to UGC NTA Net Set Success, Tracking Mathematical Reasoning, a sneak peek. I'm Dr. Dhara Sheth, your session coordinator for today, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of Nucleus of Learning and Development, a platform dedicated to making quality education affordable and accessible to the masses. It is now my honor to introduce our esteemed resource person for today's session, Dr. Vaishali Nathwani. Dr. Nathwani is currently serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Applied Sciences and Humanities at Parul University, Baroda, where she has been teaching since 2008. With a strong academic background in physics, a master's degree in nuclear physics, and PhD in applied sciences, she has devoted over 16 years to guiding students in higher education. Her remarkable dedication to teaching has earned her recognition such as Best Teacher Award in Physics and has consistently mentored students to achieve excellent results in GTU examinations. Beyond teaching, she has significantly contributed to academia by organizing and moderating several national level seminars, webinars, faculty development programs, many of them sponsored by Guj Coast and Parul University. She has also presented research papers at international conferences and published in reputed journals. Today, she will share her expertise in mathematical reasoning, one of the most vital components of UGC NET exam, paper 1. Before we begin, just a few housekeeping notes. Kindly keep your microphones on mute to avoid disturbance. Please do not share or present anything. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat box. The feedback form link will be shared at the end of the session, and only those participants who fill the form will be eligible to receive the certificate, and the names will be written exactly as how they fill it in the feedback form. With that, it is my privilege to invite Dr. Vaishali Nathwani to begin today's session. Dr. Vaishali?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for having with you. And I'm blessed and overwhelmed for having this opportunity. So let us start then.
Yes, ma'am.
So is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yes, good evening to one and all present over here. So today's topic for UGC NET paper 1 is mathematical reasoning and aptitude. And as Dhara madam has already introduced me, my name is Dr. Vaishali Nathwani, working as assistant professor at Applied Sciences and Humanities Department of Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul University. So before beginning with our basic topic, let us give some brief note for the syllabus of paper 1. So there are various topics for paper 1, and you all know that for NET there are totally 2 papers. One is for paper 1, that is general paper, and second is for paper 2, that is your core subject paper. So paper 1 consists of several topics like teaching aptitude, research aptitude, reading comprehension, communication, mathematical reasoning and aptitude, logical reasoning, data interpretation, ICT, and higher education environment. So out of all these topics, the main topic that we will be focusing today in this webinar is mathematical reasoning. Also in mathematical reasoning, there are several topics that are being asked in paper 1, like speed, distance, and time, then fraction, ratio and proportion, percentage, profit and loss, interest and discounting, averages, and many more. So for as we know that all these topics we need more time. So today's webinar will be mainly focused on the topic for mathematical reasoning, one of the topic that is speed, time, and distance. Fine. So let us give me some idea about these questions. That basically 2 marks questions are asked in this paper from the mathematical reasoning part, and all the questions are compulsory. There are no negative markings for this session, not paper 1, nor paper 2. But yes, each question carries 2 marks and they are all compulsory questions. And it is very easy topic. Just you should know the simple formulas or the conversions that is basic needed for solving the problems. So let us begin. So the key formulas for the speed, distance, and time is speed is what basically it is distance upon time. So speed of any object, if we want to calculate or if we want to measure the speed that is performed by any object, okay, then it is the total distance covered upon time taken. So by this formula, we can find by this formula also distance that is speed into time and time that is distance upon speed. Okay. Now next is the average speed. Average speed, there are two cases in average speed. One when the distance is constant and the another when the time is constant. Okay. For example, when the distance is constant, the formula for average speed will be 2xy upon x plus y, where x and y are the two speeds. For example, there are two speeds, 2 kilometer per hour and 5 kilometer per hour. So if I want to find the average speed at constant, if the distance is constant, then what it will be? So it will be 2 into 2 multiplied by 5 divided by 2 plus 5. Okay. So 10 twos are 20 upon 7. So this is the formula to find the average speed when the distance is constant. Similarly, when the time is constant, then the formula is x plus y divided by 2. Okay. And the general formula for average speed is total distance covered upon total time taken. So basically, you need to remember these two basic formula. One is speed is equal to distance upon time. Okay, this one, speed is equal to distance upon time. And second one is this, when distance is constant, average speed is 2xy upon x plus y. Okay, so these are the two basic formula which you need to remember. So let us solve some examples which have been asked in previous year's paper. For example, the first example that we will solve is a train travels, okay, 300 kilometers. A train travels 300 kilometers in 4 hours. Okay, so time is 4 hours, distance is 300 kilometers. So what is the average speed? Okay, so we all know that speed is what? It is distance upon time. Okay, so how much distance it is covered? It has covered 300 kilometers. In how much time? In 4 hours. So 300 divided by 4, that will be 75 kilometers per hour. See, it is so easy, right? It is very easy. Just remember the formula for speed, that is speed is equal to distance upon time. And you will place the value which is given for distance and time. Okay. So moving towards the second example, a train travels at a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. Okay. So speed is how much? 60 kilometer per hour. And it covers a distance of 240 किलोमीटर. वो कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल कर रहा है? 240 किलोमीटर डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल कर रहा है. हमें क्या फाइंड करना है? We want to find how long does it take to complete the journey. Means we want to find the speed. Time. Okay. So as we know, speed is distance upon time. Now, if we want to find time, अगर हमें टाइम कैलकुलेट करना है, ठीक है, तो इसमें से टाइम की फॉर्मूला क्या आ जाएगी? What will be time formula for time? It will be distance upon speed by cross multiplication. Okay. So distance कितना दिया गया है? It is 240 kilometer, right? Speed कितना दिया गया है? It is 60 kilometer. So we will cancel out. Fine. So it will be 4 hours. Fine. So I hope it is very clear to you. We are using only the one formula. हम एक ही फॉर्मूला यूज कर रहे हैं सभी में, that speed is equal to distance upon time. और उसमें से जो भी हमें पूछा जाता है, we have to क्या बोलते हैं, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई फॉर फाइंडिंग द वैल्यूज. Now the third example is a cyclist travels at the speed of, how much is the speed? It is 12 km per hour. How much distance will the cyclist cover in 2.5 hours? यानी वो 2.5 घंटे में कितना डिस्टेंस वो ट्रैवल कर सकता है. As usual, we will use the same formula. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Okay? Now we want to find distance. हमें distance find करना है. तो distance की formula क्या होगी? It will be speed into time. Now, speed is how much? कितना दिया गया है speed? 12 into it is 2.5. Okay, so 12 into 2.5, that will be 30 kilometer. Fine. So I hope this is clear to all of you. All the three examples, मैंने तीन एग्जाम्पल में आपको एक ही फॉर्मूला दी है, that is speed is equal to distance upon time. और आपको जो पूछा जाता है क्या फाइंड करना है, उसके हिसाब से हमें क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करके वैल्यू फाइंड करनी है. तो इट इज वेरी इजी, कुछ टफ नहीं है इसमें. ठीक है, द कंसेप्ट शुड बी क्लियर टू यू. सो लेट अस मूव टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल. अ कार ट्रैवल्स फ्रॉम ए टू बी. ओके, एक पॉइंट है ए और दूसरा पॉइंट है बी. फाइन. एक कार है जो ए से बी ट्रैवल करती है. कौन से स्पीड से ट्रैवल कर रही है? इट ट्रैवल्स विथ अ स्पीड ऑफ 40 किलोमीटर पर आवर. ओके, एंड रिटर्न्स फ्रॉम बी टू ए. वो बी टू ए रिटर्न कर रही है. ठीक है, विथ अ स्पीड ऑफ, ये S1 स्पीड है, सॉरी. ओके, एंड दिस इज S2 स्पीड. कौन से स्पीड से वो वापस आ रही है? इट ट्रैवल्स विथ अ स्पीड ऑफ 60 किलोमीटर पर आवर. व्हाट इज द एवरेज स्पीड ऑफ द कार? ठीक है, तो इसमें हम क्या करेंगे, आप देख सकते हो. पहले समझो सबको. ए से बी ट्रैवल कर रहा है कार. ठीक है, और बी से ए बी ट्रैवल कर रहा है, यानी डिस्टेंस जो है वो कांस्टेंट रह रहा है. फाइन. और अगर डिस्टेंस कांस्टेंट रहता है, ये केस में क्या है, डिस्टेंस इज कांस्टेंट. ठीक है, और अगर डिस्टेंस कांस्टेंट रहता है तो मैंने आपको एक फॉर्मूला बताई थी. कौन सी फॉर्मूला हमें यूज करनी है? 2xy डिवाइडेड बाय x प्लस y. ओके, और उसमें x और y क्या है? दे आर द टू स्पीड्स बाय विच द कार इज ट्रैवलिंग. दोनों स्पीड है जो स्पीड से कार ट्रैवल कर रही है. ठीक है, ये फॉर्मूला तभी यूज करना है जब डिस्टेंस कांस्टेंट है. और इसमें आप देख सकते हो कि ए से बी पॉइंट तक कार ट्रैवल कर रही है और फिर वापस बी से ए जा रही है, तो डिस्टेंस तो सेम ही रहता है, इसीलिए हम ये फॉर्मूला यूज करेंगे. ओके, सो इट विल बी 2 into 40 into y 60 divided by 40 plus 60. Okay, so that will be 2 into 40 into 60. Okay, 40 into 60 divided by 100. So we will cancel out 0. Okay, so 2 4s are 8, 8 6 are 48 kilometer per hour. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Do you have any doubt till now? Fine. So ये आपको ध्यान से एग्जाम्पल को समझना है. कौन सी फॉर्मूला हमें यूज करनी है वो आपको ध्यान रखना है. अभी तक हमने दो ही फॉर्मूला अप्लाई की है. एक तो स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम, और दूसरी फॉर्मूला हमने यूज की है कि जब डिस्टेंस कांस्टेंट रहता है देन इट इज 2xy अपॉन x प्लस y. ओके, नाउ मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द फिफ्थ एग्जांपल. अ पर्सन ट्रैवल्स फ्रॉम ए टू बी एट अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ 150 किलोमीटर. ठीक है, डिस्टेंस आपको कितना दिया गया है? 150 kilometer. So distance is how much? 150 kilometer at a speed of, स्पीड कितनी दी गई है? स्पीड इज, सॉरी, स्पीड इज 50 किलोमीटर पर आवर. द रिटर्न फ्रॉम बी टू ए अलोंग द सेम रूट. ठीक है, सेम रूट पे आ रहे हैं विथ अ स्पीड ऑफ, ये S1 है. दूसरी स्पीड जो ट्रैवल कर रही है वापिस आने वक्त, दैट इज 75 किलोमीटर पर आवर. ओके, व्हाट इज देयर एवरेज स्पीड फॉर देयर एंटायर जर्नी? फाइन. तो एवरेज स्पीड की फॉर्मूला क्या है? व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर एवरेज स्पीड? इट इज टोटल डिस्टेंस, ओके, डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल टाइम. ठीक है, अब टोटल डिस्टेंस तो हमें पता चल जाएगा कि A टू B 150 किलोमीटर है और B टू A वापिस 150 है. तो टोटल डिस्टेंस क्या हो जाएगा? 150 प्लस 150 दैट इज 300. ओके, सो टोटल डिस्टेंस विल बी 300 किलोमीटर. ना टाइम कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? तो पहले हम ये केस सॉल्व करेंगे. ठीक है, तो ये केस में टाइम की फॉर्मूला क्या हो जाएगी? We know that speed is distance upon time. ठीक है, तो टाइम क्या हो जाएगा? डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड. सो T1 टाइम क्या हो जाएगा? डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड S1. डिस्टेंस कितना है? 150. स्पीड कितना है? 50. ओके, सो इट विल बी 3 hours. ये हो गया टाइम T1 हमने फाइंड किया. सिमिलरली इसमें से हम टाइम T2 फाइंड करेंगे. तो टाइम T2 क्या है? D अपॉन S2. डिस्टेंस कितना है? वो तो 150 ही है, डिवाइडेड बाय स्पीड कितना दिया गया है सेकंड में वापिस आते वक्त? इट इज 75. सो 150 डिवाइडेड बाय 75 दैट विल बी 2 hours. ओके, सो अब टोटल टाइम क्या हो जाएगा? 3 hours प्लस 2 hours. सो इट विल बी 5 hours. ओके, 5 घंटे लगते हैं उनको जाके वापस आने में. ओके, सो इट विल बी 300 डिवाइडेड बाय 5 दैट विल बी 60 किलोमीटर पर आवर. ओके, सो आई होप इट इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. सॉरी, गलती से वो नेक्स्ट पेज आ गया. फाइन. सो ये सब में हमें ध्यान रखना है, पहले समझो एग्जाम्पल को, कि पहले जो पर्सन है वो A टू B ट्रैवल कर रहा है जिसका डिस्टेंस है 150 किलोमीटर. वापिस वो B टू A आ रहा है. ठीक है, तो टोटल डिस्टेंस क्या हो जाएगा? 300 किलोमीटर. फाइन. और एवरेज स्पीड की फॉर्मूला क्या है? टोटल स्पीड, टोटल डिस्टेंस अपॉन टोटल टाइम. तो टोटल डिस्टेंस तो हमने फाइंड कर लिया, 150 प्लस 150 दैट इज 300. अब टोटल टाइम कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? तो पहले T1 फाइंड करेंगे स्पीड की फॉर्मूला से. सिमिलरली T2 फाइंड करेंगे. ठीक है, और फिर दोनों को ऐड कर लेंगे. तो T1 हमारा आया 3 hours, T2 वी गॉट 2 hours. So 2 plus 3 that is 5 hours. So it is 60 kilometer per hour. Okay. Next example है, a car travel covers a distance in 40 minutes. Okay, तो टाइम हमें कितना दिया गया है? It is 40 minutes. If it runs at the speed of, how much speed is given to you? 54 kilometer per hour. 54 kilometer per hour. Find the speed at which the car must run to reduce the time of journey to 30 minutes. तो हमें दूसरी स्पीड फाइंड करनी है. अगर टाइम कितने टाइम में ट्रैवल होना चाहिए? 30 मिनट्स में ट्रैवल करना है. ठीक है, तो पहले हम फर्स्ट केस में से क्या फाइंड करेंगे? डिस्टेंस फाइंड करेंगे. लेकिन आप ये एग्जांपल में देखो यूनिट्स चेंज है, ये मिनट्स में है और ये आवर्स में है. तो ये चीज का हमें ध्यान रखना है कि अगर किलोमीटर पर आवर में है और टाइम हमें मिनट्स में दिया है तो हमें उसको आवर में कन्वर्ट करना है. ओके, सो इट विल बी 40. Okay, 1 hour is how much minutes? It is 60 minutes. Okay, so 40 divided by 60. So it will be how much? 4 divided by 6. Yeah, 4 divided by 6 hours. ठीक है. नाउ अब हम क्या करेंगे? पहले तो हम डिस्टेंस फाइंड करेंगे ये केस में से. तो डिस्टेंस क्या हो जाएगा? स्पीड इज डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. ठीक है, तो डिस्टेंस क्या हो जाएगा? स्पीड इनटू टाइम. तो स्पीड इनटू टाइम. स्पीड कितना दिया गया है? 54 दिया गया है. ठीक है, और टाइम कितना है? 4/6. अभी हमने उसको आवर्स में कन्वर्ट किया. ठीक है, तो इसको हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं. तो डिस्टेंस हमारा कितना आ जाएगा? इट इज सॉरी 36 किलोमीटर. सॉरी 36 किलोमीटर. तो डिस्टेंस हमारा आ गया. ओके, फाइन. अब हमें स्पीड फाइंड करनी है. जब डिस्टेंस कितना है? 36 किलोमीटर. तो स्पीड क्या है? डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. सो इट विल बी 36 डिवाइडेड बाय, लेकिन ये मिनट्स में है तो उसको भी हमें आवर्स में कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा. तो 30 divided by 60. Okay, so it will be 36 upon 30 into 60. 0 cut. 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर. ओके, तो आपने देखा ये सभी एग्जांपल्स में मैंने एक ही फॉर्मूला यूज करी है, दैट इज स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. ओके, सॉरी. नाउ वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, हमें थोड़ा समझना होगा थोड़े बेसिक कन्वर्जन्स. ठीक है, ये हमने अभी तक सॉल्व किया था कि भाई चलो स्पीड है तो आपको डिस्टेंस फाइंड करने के लिए बोला जाएगा, या तो डिस्टेंस और स्पीड दिया टाइम दिया होगा तो स्पीड फाइंड करने के लिए बोला जाएगा. तो ये एक ही प्रकार के हमने एग्जांपल सॉल्व किए बेस्ड ऑन वन फॉर्मूला, दैट इज स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. लेकिन अगर हमें किलोमीटर पर आवर को मीटर पर सेकेंड में कन्वर्ट करना है तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? जो भी नंबर है, जो भी वैल्यू है, उसको हमें 5 डिवाइडेड. हेलो 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 हेलो.
Hello, ma'am.
हाँ,
For any, please type it in the chat box.
1 minute मैम. यस, सॉरी. Yes, Dara madam, they need PPT, right?
Sorry, everyone, the PPT will not be shared as it is the intellectual property of the professor, but you can take screenshots wherever required.
Yes, they can ask me for the slide number, okay, and then they can take the screenshot. Okay, should I speak in English only, right? Okay, I will communicate in English only then. So I am continuing. Fine. So first we need to, if we want to convert kilometer per hour, okay, to meter per second. So 1 kilometer, how this 5/18 came? Okay, 1 kilometer is how much meter? It is 1000 meter. Okay, 1 hour is how much seconds? It is 3000. Sorry, 3600 seconds. Okay, so if we calculate this, so the answer comes 5/80. Okay, so please remember, Please remember for the examples, if the units are not same, okay, then we need to convert it. And if we want to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second, then just multiply the quantity by 5 upon 18. Similarly, if we want to convert meter per second to kilometer per hour, then multiply the quantity with 18 by 5. That is reciprocal of it. Fine. So please remember these two conversions and mainly the first conversion for the next examples that we'll be solving. Fine. Now moving towards the third point, the time taken by a train of length L. Okay. There is one train. The length of the train is L. To pass a pole or a standing man. If this train passes through a pole, this is a pole or a man, okay, or a signal post, fine. Then the average speed, okay, then the time taken will be equal to the time taken by the train to cover, okay. Means अगर ये ट्रेन ये पोल से पास होती है तो कितना टाइम लगेगा, जितना लेंथ ऑफ ट्रेन है उतना ही लगेगा, ओके फाइन. Similarly, if the train passes through a stationary object, okay, or if it passes through a stationary object, that is platform or a tunnel, ठीक है, then the time taken by the train will be L plus V, that is the length of the train plus the length of the object. For example, train की length है 100 meters, ठीक है, fine, and the length of the platform is 20 meters, okay, so it will be 120 meters, the time taken, fine. Now, next rule is what? If two trains are moving in the same direction, this is one train and this is another train. If they are moving in the same direction, then their relative speed will be the difference of the speed. Then that क्या होगा? That is the difference of the speed. Why I have taken the mod sign? Because there is no negative value. If I take modulus, you can see over the formula, I have taken here the mod sign. ये mod sign क्यों है? क्योंकि अगर negative value होगा, then it will become positive. Okay? So if the two trains are traveling in the same direction, fine, then their relative speed will be difference of the two speeds. And if the two trains are traveling in opposite directions, one is traveling like this and another is traveling in opposite direction, then the relative speed will be the addition of the two speeds. Okay? So please remember these three main points. First, if I want to convert one quantity or a value from kilometer per hour to meter per second, then multiply it by 5 upon 18. Second thing, if the train passes through a pole, okay, then the time taken is equal to the time taken by the train to cover it is same as the time taken by the train. Third rule, if the train passes through a stationary object, okay, then the time taken will be equal to the addition of the total length of the train plus the length of the stationary object. Fourth rule, if the two trains are traveling in the same direction, अगर वो एक ही direction में travel करता है, तो उनकी relative speed क्या होगी? It will be the difference of the two speeds. Similarly, if the trains are traveling in opposite direction, okay, अगर वो opposite direction में travel करते हैं, then their relative speed will be addition of the two speeds. So depending on this basic tricks, we will solve the next examples which have been asked in the previous year questions of NET. Okay, so let us start then. First, we will try to understand the problem. Example क्या है? Sorry. A train running at a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. Okay. Speed is how much? It is 60 kilometer per hour. Crosses a pole in 9 seconds. Time is how much? 9 seconds. What is the length of the train in meters? So please question को ध्यान से पढ़ो. We have to find the length. Length is what? Distance only. Okay. So speed is length upon time, or for train, examples of train, we will consider the distance as equivalent to length. Okay. So here we want to find the length, that is distance. Fine. So speed will be length upon time. Therefore, length will be speed into time. Okay. But there is one constraint here. यहाँ पे एक constraint है. क्या है दिक्कत हमें कि हमें मीटर्स में फाइंड करना है और हमें जो स्पीड दी गई है वो हमें दी गई है किलोमीटर पर आवर में. इट इज गिवन इन किलोमीटर पर आवर. So as I discussed in the previous slide, see, if we want to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second, then we have to multiply with 5 upon 80. Okay. So by using that equation, we will convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. So 60 into 5 upon 80. Okay. So now we will place the values in this equation. Speed is how much? 60 multiplied by 5 upon 18, and time is how much? 9. So 9 2s are 18. 2 30s are. Okay. So it will be 150 meters. See, it's very easy. It is very easy. You need to learn the tricks, basic tricks to solve the examples. Okay. So पहले हमें ध्यान रखना है कि यूनिट कन्वर्जन क्या करना है. If we want to find in meters, then please convert the speed from kilometer per hour to meter per second. So we need to multiply it by 5 upon 80. And by using the same formula, speed is equal to distance upon time, we can find the length of the train in meters. Okay. So solving the next one, what is the length of the bridge? Okay. So we want to find the length of the bridge through which a train 150 meters long, okay, and traveling at a speed of 45 kilometer per hour, okay, and cross it in 30 seconds. See, अभी मैंने आपको ट्रिक बताई थी. I told you one trick that if the train passes through some stationary object, then the total distance will be the length of the train, that is 130. Length of the train is 130. Okay. And the length of the bridge. Let us suppose, let the length of bridge is equal to x. Okay. X meters. So total length क्या हो जाएगा? We had discussed earlier that if it is a stationary object, then total length will be length of the bridge x plus the length of train, that is 130. Okay, so total length will be x plus 130. Fine. Speed is how much? It is 45 kilometer per hour. Fine. So it will be converted into meter per second. So 45 into 5 upon 80. Okay. So 45 into 5 upon 80. This is into meter per second. Fine. टाइम इज हाउ मच गिवन टू यू 30 सेकेंड्स. इसको तो हमें कुछ कन्वर्ट नहीं करना है. नाउ वी नीड टू फाइंड द डिस्टेंस. ओके, तो डिस्टेंस क्या हो जाएगा? डिस्टेंस इज इक्वल टू स्पीड इनटू टाइम. ओके, देयरफॉर डिस्टेंस कितना है? x प्लस 130 इज इक्वल टू स्पीड कितना है? 45 इंटू 5 अपॉन 18 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 30. ओके, सो convert these things. 2 15s are 2 9s are 9 5s are. Okay, so 5 5s are 25 into 15. So x plus 130 is equal to how much? It is 375. Therefore, x will be how much? 375 minus 130. So it will be 245 meters. Okay. So please remember the thing that if okay, ट्रेन कोई भी स्टेशनरी ऑब्जेक्ट से पास हो रही है, then we have to add the length of the train plus the length of the stationary object. ठीक है, उसके बाद ही हम उसको कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. Then only we can calculate the sum. Fine. So I hope this is clear till now. Any doubt? If there are any doubt, I can solve right now. Okay. So till now, there are no doubts in the chat box. Fine. Yes? Okay. Thank you, Suma. Fine. So moving towards the next example. A goods train runs at a speed of 72 kilometers per hour. Okay. So it speed is how much? 72. Sorry. Yes. Speed is 72 kilometer per hour. Crosses a 250-meter long platform. Okay. Length of platform, it is how much? 250 meters. And the time is how much? It is 26 seconds. Okay. We need to find the length of train. Let us consider it as x. Okay. Now this is a platform, so it is a stationary object. Fine. So total length कितना हो जाएगा? What will be the total length? We need to add both the length. Okay, so x plus 250. So total length will be how much? Total length will be equal to x plus 250. Fine. Second thing, ये हमें पता चलता है पहली बात. Second thing, now we need to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. तो हम किसके साथ मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे? Yes, with whom we will multiply it? Can anyone tell me? With whom we will multiply it to convert it into meter per second? We will be multiplying it with 5 upon 18. Okay, so 5 upon 18. तो 72 into 5 upon 18 से हम मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. तो सॉल्व करो. It will be, this will be 18 4s are 72, 4 5s are 20 meter per second. Okay. Now we want to find the length. Length is how much? What is the formula for length? It is speed into time. Therefore, total length कितना है? X plus 250 is equal to speed is 20 time is 26. Okay. Therefore, x plus 250 will be 20 into 26. That will be 520. Okay. Therefore, x will be 520 minus 250. That 520 minus 250, that is 270 meters. Okay. Same method, same formula, only I have changed the values. But you need to remember that if there is some stationary object, then we have to add the length of the train as well as the stationary object. So if we अगर हम लेंथ ऑफ द ट्रेन या तो लेंथ ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट x कंसिडर करते हैं, तो x प्लस जो ट्रेन का लेंथ हो उतना, तो x प्लस 250 हमें लेके वो इक्वेशन लेके हमें फॉर्मूला सॉल्व करना. ओके, वी नीड टू फाइंड द वैल्यू. Okay, so next, moving towards the next, a train 800 meters long. Length of train, it is 800 meter. Okay, speed is how much? 78 kilometer per hour. If it travels in 1 minute, then we need to find the length of tunnel. Let us assume that it is x meters. Okay, fine. Now in this case, सबसे पहले total length क्या हो जाएगा? X plus the length of the train. Okay, so total length will be x plus 800. Yes, x plus 800. Okay, so total length will be x plus 800. Okay, now second step हमें क्या करना है पड़ेगा? What is the second step? We need to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. Okay, so 78 multiplied by 5 upon 18. Okay, so 78 multiplied by 5 upon 18, that will be 65 upon 3 meter per second. Okay, now length is what? Speed into time. Place all the values, simple. सभी वैल्यूज डाल दो. लेंथ कितना है? x प्लस 800. स्पीड कितना है? 65/3. टाइम इज 1 minute, but we need to convert 1 minute into seconds, right? So 1 minute कितना seconds होगा? It will be 60 seconds. So this will be 60. So 3 20s are 60. Okay, so x plus 800 is equal to 65 multiplied by 20, that is 1300. So therefore x will be 1300 minus 800, so it will be 500 meters. Sorry. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, our net balance is 90% over that. So, can you give us a feedback from another link? So, otherwise the net will go on
The
down.
feedback form link would be shared after 5 minutes. I'll be sharing the feedback form link here in the chat box only.
Okay.
Thank you. Ma'am, please continue.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So till now we have solved the examples on the train of speed for the stationary objects. Okay. Fine. Now next one is the length of the train sorry. The length of the train is 200 meters. Okay, long crosses a length of a platform. ये किसकी लेंथ दी गई है? ट्रेन की. And the length of platform is how much? It is 300 meters. Time is how much? 50 seconds. Okay. See, all the things are in the same units, meters and seconds. So we do not need to convert any from kilometer to hour or meter per second. We need to find the speed. Speed will be what? Length upon time. Total length will be how much? Simple, 200 plus 300 divided by 50. So it is 500 divided by 50. So it will be 10 meter per second. Okay. So this example is very easy. So I think all of you are clear with all these types of example where we need to find the length of the train or the length of the stationary object. Okay. Fine. Now, I had also discussed that when the trains are traveling in the same direction, then we need to subtract the speed, and if the train are traveling in opposite direction, then we need to add the speeds. Okay. So here two boys walk at 5 km per hour and 5.5 km per hour in same direction. Okay. So as we have discussed, अगर ट्रेन अगर कोई भी सेम डायरेक्शन में ट्रैवल कर रहा है, द टू बॉयज आर ट्रैवलिंग इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. ओके. सो रिलेटिव स्पीड विल बी हाउ मच? इट विल बी द डिफरेंस of the two speeds. Relative speed will be how much? The difference of the two speed, that is S1 minus S2. So mode of 5 minus 5.5, that will be mode of minus 0.5. So as we have kept in modulus, it will be positive. So it will be 0.5 kilometer per hour. Okay. We need to find the time, and the distance is how much? 8.5 kilometer. Okay. It is the same formula. Speed is equal to distance upon time. So time क्या हो जाएगा? It will be distance upon speed. Okay. So time will be distance upon speed. So it will be 8.5 divided by 0.5. Okay. So that will be 17 hours. Okay, formula is same, but as they are traveling in same direction, we need to subtract both the speed. Okay, fine. Now here the train are traveling in opposite directions. Okay, so what we need to do? We will add the speed. Fine. So sorry. Here they are in opposite direction. The trains are traveling in opposite direction. Therefore, relative speed will be, we will be adding the two speeds. That is 60 plus 6. That is 60 kilometer per hour. Sorry, 66 kilometer per hour. Okay. But again one thing. See, the length of the train is given in meters. So we need to calculate, convert this, this into meter per second. Okay. So it will be 60.
Ma'am, time is out.
Yes, this is
Only
the
5
last
minutes
example.
left.
Last example. Okay. Tara madam, this is the last example.
I have already shared the feedback link in the chat box. Ma'am, please continue. So for those, for the person who's constantly asking for that link, I have shared it in the chat box. Please let ma'am continue.
Okay. Fine. So it will be 66 into 5 upon 18. Okay. So 66 into 5 upon 18, that will be 55 upon 3 meter per second. Okay. What we need to find? We need to find the time. Okay. So time क्या होता है? Time will be distance upon speed. Distance is how much? 110. Speed is how much? 55 upon 3. तो 3 ऊपर चला जाएगा. Okay. So calculate this 100 upon 55 into 3. So it will be 6. Sorry. It will be 6 seconds. Okay. So यहाँ पे train they were traveling in the opposite direction. So हमने यहाँ पे speed को add किया. Okay, so this is the basic concept. If the train is traveling in same direction, तो relative speed find करने के लिए हमें subtract करना पड़ेगा पहले, and then we will find whatever we want to find the value. That is, अगर distance find करना है तो distance की formula use करेंगे. If we want to find the time, we will use a formula for time. But if the quantity or the train is traveling in opposite direction, तो हमें relative speed को add करना है, जैसे कि हमने ये example में किया. Okay. See, here also, as you can see, the two trains from the same point, they are traveling at the same time. One travels to the north and the other to the south. Okay, so these are in the opposite direction. Okay, so if they are traveling in opposite direction, तो हम add करेंगे या subtract करेंगे? We will add the speed or do we subtract? Yes. Can anyone tell me? Will we add the speed or we will subtract? Yes, very good. Okay, so they are traveling in the opposite direction. Fine. So total speed will be how much? It will be 100 plus 80, that will be 180 kilometer per hour. Okay. So as they are traveling in opposite direction, here the speed will be 100 plus 80. So it will be 180 kilometer per hour. Okay. What we want to find? We want to find the distance. And time is what given to us? 3 hours. So distance will be what? It will be, distance will be speed into time. So 180 multiplied by 3. So it 180 multiplied by 3. So that will be 540 kilometers. Okay. I hope everything is clear to you. Yes. Yes, Suma. Yes. Okay, so these are some of the basic tricks and basic formulas that I have discussed today. As we know, 1 hour time is very much short for us to discuss all the things and all the examples. But I have tried to concentrate on all the examples that have been asked on the topic of time, speed, and distance in the last year papers. So yes, if you have any doubt, then you can ask to me in the session. And like this, we can solve some other examples also. Just remember the few tricks, that speed is distance upon time. First thing. Second thing, always see whether we want to convert the units or not. If it is in kilometer per hour, then please convert it into meter per second. अगर minutes में है तो उसको seconds में convert करो, and so on. Fine. Sorry. So these tricks, basic tricks, you need to remember. First, speed is equal to distance upon time. Second, convert the units wherever required. Third, if the train is passing through a stationary object, then the total length will be the length of the train plus length of the object. Fourth, if the train is passing through a stationary object, like a pole or a standing person, then the total length will be equal to the total length of the train only. Okay, क्योंकि length of the pole हमें उसको तब consider ही नहीं करना. Fourth trick, if the trains are traveling in opposite direction, then the total relative speed will be equal to, we will add the speed of the two objects. Okay, and if the train are traveling in the same direction, then the relative speed will be the subtraction of the two speeds. So you need to remember these 6 to 7 points, basic points, to solve the problems on speed, time, and distance in your NET exam. So I hope this is all clear to you, and this is from my end. And thank you so much for listening to me, and thanks to Dhara Madam for supporting me, and the Nucleus Development Learning Center for giving me this platform for sharing my knowledge to all the aspirants of NET exam. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Vaishali ma'am, for this wonderful session. And on behalf of Nucleus of Learning and Development, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to you for the clarity and practical guidance you have shared with us today. And dear participants, before you leave the webinar, just a reminder, the feedback form link has been shared in the chat box. Kindly fill it in, as certificates will be issued only to those who complete the form. And last but not the least, I would like to share something exciting for all the UGC NET aspirants here. I can see some of the names who have been with us in the last crash course, and post Diwali, we'll be beginning our UGC NET Paper 1 prep course. Then you have put in your effort for months, but the exam date comes closer and you still feel that there are some gaps in your understanding of the 10 different topics that we have in our paper 1, ranging from teaching aptitude, research aptitude, mathematical reasoning, logical reasoning, ICT, communication, which ma'am shared in the beginning of the session today. So if you have a clear structured plan, if you have guided sessions for all the most important topics, and also solving the important previous year questions, that is exactly what we are launching in our second attempt for the UGC NET Paper 1 crash course. We did it for the first time in June and it was very successful. This time after Diwali, we are planning a 4-week intensive program from 6 to 8 p.m. and it will cover all the important aspects along with previous year questions. We are also planning a test series this now, so that after the crash course is completed, we can give you more practice and you can sharpen your exam taking strategy. Usually the exam is in the second half of the December, though still we are waiting for official UGC notification. So usually it is in December somewhere, but so far there has not been any official notification. It will come in the next month usually. So don't worry, stay in our WhatsApp group and we'll keep you updated about all the notifications that come from UGC NET regarding the exam. And once again, thank you everyone for joining today's session. We look forward to seeing you in our upcoming such more webinars, which will take about different topics, especially like I handle the paper 1 course. So I see a lot of, I have planned almost every week there would be a webinar before we start our course. Details will be shared for that in our WhatsApp group. And you can also stay connected with us through our LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram channels for Nucleus of Learning and Development, where you can find updates about our different courses on UGC NET preparation, soft skills, IKS series, and many other technical and non-technical topics. So everyone, wishing you all the best in your preparation. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. If anyone has any questions at this point, they can ask. And